Mutants Genesis is a free-to-play online strategic card game with unique cards, gameplay, and features. Like any other game, the starting point is hard, and I'm here to make it easier for you. So please focus on the video and don't skip any part for a better understanding. If you have any questions or feedback, feel free to tell in comment section. Let's start with this big machine. This machine is called psycore. You need to protect it from the enemy attacks. Which player's psycore health point get lowered to 0, will lose the game. So try your best to destroy your opponent's psycore, before they destroy yours. The psycore can do 3 things, giving you a starter mutant, incubation, and giving evo to all of your mutants on the field. As you can see, I have 5 starter mutants on my field, and 1 mutant inside my psycore. Every psycore in the game will give you a special starter mutant. A starter mutant will be added into your hand whenever your turn comes. If you don't summon the mutant, it will get erased in your hand and it won't appear until your turn comes back. If the mutant got erased in your hand or destroyed on the field, it won't go to discarded pile. The discard pile is a place where all your cards go after they are getting used or destroyed. You can say it's like a graveyard for all the cards. And the one beside the discard pile is your deck. Every turn you draw 1 card from your deck. I will tell you more about deck later in the video. Now let's talk about incubation. Some mutants require an incubation period. The mutants that stay in the incubator for 1 turn are called advanced mutants. And the mutants that need to stay in the incubator for more than 1 turn, are called heroic mutants. And the mutants that don't need incubation are called basic mutants. You can check the card's top left to see if they need incubation or how long they need to be in the incubator. Now focus on this image again. See those colors and numbers above the mutant. The yellow part is attack and the number on it is the amount of attack the mutant have. The red part is the mutant health and the number is the amount of health points that the mutant have. These numbers can be increased or decreased. The white color of the number means the mutant's attack hasn't changed, meaning it's the original attack of the mutant. If the color is green, it means the attack or health got increased. But if it's red, it means it got decreased. You can only have 5 mutants on the field. No more mutants can be summoned even if the mutant finished the time in the incubation. Now focus here. See the shape and numbers near the yellow part. This is related to evolution. By destroying the enemy mutants and buildings, your mutants will absorb its energy. And this energy is called evo. The blue circle above the health point indicates the amount of evo the building or mutant gives when it's destroyed. When the mutant has enough evo points to fill up its evolution gauge, it evolves. When the mutant is evolved, its attack and health point increase. Some even gain new abilities. As you can see, my mutant evolved and it became stronger. Now watch what happens when my mutant dies. The evo get released, but since there's no mutant on the opponent field to absorb it, the evo get wasted. And like I said, the psycore gives 1 evo to all of your mutants on the field, but this only happens in the beginning of your turn. Well, except for heroic mutant, because their evolution level is the highest in the game. The evolution level goes like this: bronze, silver, gold, platinum and finally, heroic. But remember this, the more a mutant evolves, the more it will need evo to continue evolving. And the more powerful a mutant is, the more evo it will give the opponent after its destruction. When a mutant is destroyed that gives big number of evo, its evo is shared between all the opposing mutants. Not necessarily the one that attacked it. But if the destroyed mutant could only gives 1 evo, the evo will be captured by the mutant that is closer to the next evolution. These 3 things you see are called buildings. They only have health points but some of them have effect that deal damage to the opponent's psycore when the conditions are met. Some buildings can increase your mutant's attack or health points. There's 2 more things you need to know in this image. The green circle you see near the mutant, means this mutant is special summoned. There's so many different cards that let you special summon mutants. Some mutants are weak and some of them are strong. This building with a blue shield is called Guardian. There's building and mutants with guardian effect in the game. The purpose of a guardian is to protect all your mutants and buildings from attack. Meaning a guardian mutant forces the opponent to focus on it first before anything else. But guardian won't be able to protect your mutants and buildings from support cards. Support cards are very strong and important to use. One support card can change the outcome of the game. Support cards can help you in many ways. Be it drawing extra cards, increasing health point, increasing attack point, summoning mutants, killing mutants, etc. Now that you know how to use the cards, I will teach you how to get them. You can get cards from story mode, capsules, events, and crafting. In the story mode, there's only 2 chapters available in the game. Chapter 3 and 4 will be available eventually. To receive rewards in the chapters, you need to finish the levels. Some levels gives you credit, capsules, or a special card. As you can see here, I received 10 capsules from finishing the level. The capsules are like a card pack. To get the cards you need to open the capsules first. To open the capsules, you need to go to capsules section. There are 5 different capsules, each one gives different drop rate from the other. You can check the drop rates by tapping on the info icon. The basic capsule doesn't give heroic cards and there's only 2.00% to get ultra card. But with booster capsule, there's 1.5% to get a heroic card and 10.5% to get ultra card. So it's better to use the credits on booster capsules to have a chance on getting a heroic card. As you can see, I got a heroic card from the booster capsules that I bought. The color you see here indicates the rarity of the card. Purple is for heroic cards, which are the highest rarity cards in the game. And red is for ultra rare cards, which is second high rarity in the game. But remember this, just because the card rarity is low, that doesn't mean it's bad or useless. And just because the card rarity is high, it doesn't mean you should use it in your deck. It's all about effects and synergy. If you tap and hold the card, you will be able to check the card and read its effects. You can own up to 3 copies of any card, regardless of rarity. The extra copies you get, automatically will be converted into mutagens. Mutagens are only used for crafting cards. The cost of the mutagen changes depending on the rarity of the card. Crafting an ultra or heroic card also costs an energy core, which you can obtain in the weekly quests and the genetic pass. The ultra crafting core is used for crafting ultra rarity cards. And heroic crafting core is used for crafting heroic cards. You can only have 3 copies of ultra crafting core and only 1 copy of heroic crafting core. If you reach the maximum amount of the core, the game will let you convert the core to mutagens. You can get 3 ultra crafting core from weekly missions and 1 heroic crafting core from genetic pass. So use heroic crafting core wisely. You can also gain capsules and credits from the pass. Credits are only used to buy capsules, so just gather 1000 credits and buy booster capsules with it. You can earn credits from story mode, missions, and ranked mode. In Ranked Tower, you can play against other players and earn credits by defeating them. In here you can play against AI, to test your deck and skills. You will also earn credits if you defeat AI. The championship isn't available yet, but be ready when it comes. Welcome to Ranked Tower, where you play against other psychons. In the middle of the screen, you can see your rank. You might think my rank is high, but if you look at the tower, you will see my rank is not even close to the top. In my defense, I was more focused on building characters in some gacha games. But anyway, back to the lesson. In here you can see the rewards you will get after the season ends. And obviously, the higher your rank is, the more rewards you'll get. On your left side of the screen, you will see your game's history. Your wins, loses, date, and the duration of the duel will be written here. The name of the players and their rank will be shown here too. Now let's learn something about genes and decks. There are 6 genes in the game: Mystic, Cyber, Necro, Blade, Space and Zoo. Each gene offers a unique playstyle and set of abilities, allowing you to choose the one that best suits your strategic preferences. And each genes will provide 2 psycores to choose from. Both psycores are from the same genes, but both of them give different starter mutant. And believe me, picking the right psycore for your strategy is very important. For example, this starter mutant effect revolves around Evo, which means if your strategy is to evolve your mutants quickly, then this is the right starter mutant to pick. The other mutant is all about raising attack points, so it won't really work in your evolution strategy. But for the sake of the video, let's pick the one on left. When you enter this section, the game immediately show you the basic mutants. If you want to see advanced, heroic, building and support cards, you need to tap on the name. If you look at the cards, you will see some mutants have 1 gene, others have 2. For example, this mutant count as a Zoo and Necro mutant, which means this card can be added to Zoo deck and Necro deck. But look at its effect. This card create 1 bones in the discard pile, which is something useful for Necro, and not Zoo deck. Same thing here. This card has 2 genes but its effect is not useful for Zoo deck. So read the card carefully to see if the card is really useful for your deck. If you turn this feature on, you will be able to see the cards that you don't own. The cards that are grayed out means you don't own them yet. You can craft cards simply by tapping here. But again, to craft ultra rare cards, ultra crafting core must be available. You can get the core by completing missions. But not all cards in the game are craftable. For example, this card is only obtainable through the Time Rift shop. I will tell you a bit about Time Rift later. If you turn Card Reader on, it will let you see the card's attack and health points. The logo of the genes here is to show you the cards related to that gene. As you can see, I selected Cyber gene, but I can't add Cyber cards to the deck because I picked a Zoo psycore. But I can add these 2 cards because they are counted as a Cyber and Zoo card, since they have Cyber and Zoo genes. If you want to change the psycore to the other one, you just simply need to tap here and select the other psycore. This won't change anything about the deck. So no matter what card or how many cards you added to the deck, they will remain there. As you can see, I changed back to the first psycore I selected and the cards that I previously added to the deck are still there. This graph gives a breakdown of the deck's composition, showing the number of basic, advanced, heroic, building, and support cards. The numbers here indicates the amount of cards that are in your deck. And this number indicates the exact number of cards your deck must have in order to be used. You can tap on the star to pin the deck that you made. If the star is gold, that means the deck is pinned. To remove the pin, just simply tap it again. You can change the deck name by tapping here. But don't forget to hit save when you are finished with building your deck and changing the deck name. The red X button on the left is for deleting your deck. And this button here is for copying your deck. After copying the deck, just tap here to paste it. As you can see, there are two zoo decks with the same name and image. To change the deck image, just tap here, then pick a card you want. After picking the new image, simply tap here again and save the deck. Here you can see all the decks that you made. If you want to see a specific gene deck, just tap on the logo of the gene you want. If you see your deck in red, it means that the deck isn't complete, and it's not playable. This means the number of cards or the amount of copies of a card you added in the deck isn't right. To add players, you need to tap this button, and tap this button here. Make sure you write the player username correctly, or the game won't find them. Join the official Discord of Mutants Genesis to find more players. The players will be able to help you against Simulacrum and Time Rift. I won't go into much details because the video will be longer, but I will just tell you the things that you need to know. Every week, a new Rift monster with a different effect than the previous one will appear. If you want to know about their effects, just tap the images here and the game will tell you. There's two modes here. The one on the left is Inferior Rift, which you can say it's the normal mode. And the one on right is Superior Rift, which is harder than the Inferior Rift. An extra effect or ability will be given to the boss when you pick Superior Rift, so don't forget to read the effect. If you beat Inferior Rift 3 times, you will get 3 capsules. And if you beat Superior Rift, you will get 2 capsules. You won't get any more capsules no matter how many times you beat the boss. But, you will earn shards. The shards are used in Time Shop to get cards and other stuff. And yeah, the cost of the rewards are high, but this is not a limited event, so you can collect and exchange shards whenever you want. But remember this, every week a new Rift boss monster will appear. The green shard will disappear with the boss temporarily until it's time to reappear. So make sure you collect enough of shards before the boss disappear. There's also Simulacrum. You can find Simulacrum in Chapter 1. Simulacrum will gives you capsules daily, weekly, and monthly. I won't talk about hard and extreme mode since the video will become longer. So I will talk about it in another video. But I will give you some tips that can be helpful against Rift, Simulacrum, and other players. These 3 cards are very useful against Simulacrum and Rift, so try to run 3 copies of them in your deck. It's very important to use buildings and mutants with Guardian effect against Simulacrum and Rift. It's up to you how many Guardians you gonna add to your deck, but I recommend that you at least use 3 copies of this card in your deck. Some cards will give you exhaustion, like these 2 cards. Both of them let you draw 2 cards, but if you activate both of them or 2 copies of one of them in one turn, it will be a bad idea. Because the first activation will let you draw 2 cards and the second one let you draw only 1. But it's a different story for Jubilant Crowd. Since there's no exhaustion cost, you can activate 3 copies of it in your hand and draw 3 cards for each kill. So if you activate all copies of Jubilant Crowd and kill 3 enemy mutants, you will draw 9 cards from your deck. Now I will give one last tip, and it's a very important one, so listen closely. This mutant gives stasis to enemy mutants. If you don't know or forgot what stasis is, tap the colored word of the effect and you will know what does the effect do. There are a lot of effects like this in the game, so I strongly suggest that you go and join the official Discord server of Mutants Genesis. In the channel sections, scroll down until you find Glossary Channel. There, you can find almost all the effects of the cards there in the game. So give it a good reading for a better understanding of how the effect of the cards work. And I think that's pretty much it. If I didn't talk about something or I didn't explain something very well, or if you have any other questions related to the game, please tell me in comment section, and I will try to answer your comments ASAP. Thanks for watching and good luck.